Okay, so y'all probably clicked on the video, reading the title like, what is bro talking about, right? But let me explain. Let me explain.
9 mountains and 8 seas make one world. 1,000 worlds make one chiliocosm. One chiliocosm to the power of 3, and there's nothing I can't cut.
What's Gucci YouTube? It's your boy back with Chia. Don't forget before we get in the video to like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button if you like my video, share the video with your friends, and let's talk more about that Boruto greatness. So upon pondering, I like that right there. Upon pondering, upon double entendre or double enchilada, I guess if you want to say that, which video to put out next upon my schedule. Damn, that was no pun intended right there. On my schedule. Let's get back on track. Thinking about that, I'm like, because you guys know I said it time and time again, I don't write my scripts. I normally just write the title down, and when it's around the time for me to drop the video, I look at the title, I think like a couple of things I want to talk about, and I shoot from there. So I'm thinking essentially what this video would have been, like what to say, and then I eventually ended up switching the whole entire premise of the video, because now the base is just to give y'all an idea of the original video was Boruto and Sasuke. Boruto must save Naruto and Sasuke based off of the events we've seen in chapter 6. Now, a little bit tweaked because I came up with the title before chapter 6 dropped. But as I'm thinking about let me think about this, because Boruto is going to have to stop putting Naruto on the back burner, because the story is kind of feeding us the idea that at one point in time, for the first and foremost obvious reason, they're not dead, but other clues throughout the story letting us know that there's going to be one point in time where both Naruto and Sasuke return in the story, whether it be for one major final battle. We get to see Naruto, Sasuke, and Boruto finally fight on the same level against a foe. Naruto and Sasuke get one more fight with each other, or end of the series, everybody comes together for hugs and kisses and a coming to Jesus moment. Naruto and Sasuke are coming back regardless, right? So the mere fact that they aren't dead solidifies that stance right there. So I go to think, okay, Kawaki obviously has to go through a little bit more of a dramatic change to get to the point where the village is destroyed and the age of shinobi is something that he wants to completely abolish. Aside from those two things, there's something else that I wanted to look at though, right? He wants to send Boruto to where he sent Naruto. So it led me to believe this, because I'm thinking, well, by that point in the story, it's pretty obvious Boruto hasn't saved Naruto. Maybe Sasuke's out and Sasuke's fighting another battle, right? And now the whole thing is like Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, the story of a guy trying to get his life back, trying to get his name back, but also saving the two main heroes of the previous story, both Naruto and Sasuke. Kind of like a overarching Naruto and Sasuke retrieval arc, right? I'm getting that kind of idea. But then I'm thinking, wait, Boruto never saved Naruto, at least to our knowledge. And it's completely out of context with Sasuke, because we see Kawaki speaking in present tense in terms of, I'm going to send you to where I sent Naruto, meaning either Naruto A is still there or Naruto is no longer of this world regardless. So it's safe to assume Naruto is A, still there. What would, postpone or allow Boruto to have Naruto be put away for so long? And then it just led me on the blood trail, led me on the trail like, wait, but why does Kawaki want to, seal Boruto? And it let me think, okay, well, his initial thought was to seal Boruto. At the end of part 1, we see that Boruto is on his way home to find out what happened to Naruto and Hinata. Kawaki went for the instant seal at that moment. Boruto absorbed it with this karma. So then Kawaki from then, at that point on, went towards killing Boruto to settle the solution. Now, what stops Kawaki from going towards a drastic change from wanting to eradicate all Otsutsuki to wanting to abolish the entire shinobi system, having the village destroyed, and then on top of that, it's kind of like going a step backwards from wanting to kill Boruto to wanting to seal Boruto away. It's kind of like those two ideals would switch, where this whole time Kawaki would be fighting to seal Boruto, and then in the flash forward scene we see he starts to say, okay, now he wants to kill Boruto. So what happened then? But it's reversed. It's kind of flipped, right? So it leads me to believe, well, what if Boruto simply just can't die, right? And then so many in between things you have to consider. Okay, how does Boruto get into a point where Kawaki's putting him around for his money? Boruto's running through these people like a lemonade stand right now in the story. He's popping up. Somebody's popping in front of his face. Boruto's the one standing. The other person ain't at the end of the day. You feel me? The exception of the time he got jumped. But, Boruto's running through these people. So we already have a good idea. Like, yeah, he's one of them. He's one of one. If not one of them, he's one of one. So All the little in-betweens, I can't say it doesn't matter, but for the sake and for the premise of this video, it really doesn't. But the point is that, Kawaki went from wanting to kill Boruto to wanting to kill Boruto. Now, we have to look at the why. The why can lead us to one definite factor, is because from the time we've seen Boruto and Kawaki currently, meaning the last time they saw each other was chapter 4, to the time we see in the flash forward sequence, I believe they're going to have one fight privy or previous to that moment. So we have two possible Boruto and Kawaki fights coming up. One that we've had no context on yet, and the second one being the one that we see in chapter 1 and episode 1. So that would be like the final one between the two. Before we get to that fight, Kawaki is going to have to fight Boruto, obviously, and at that point he's going to come to the realization that everybody obviously already has come to, is that not only is Boruto stronger than him, but Boruto can't die. Now, why can't Boruto die? Would it be because of Momoshiki? Would it be because of his karma? Everybody wants to be like, oh, is this going to be another? Yeah, Jougan, But is this like a hopeful reach, a hopeful grab, Black Uchiha? Like, I thought this was supposed to be a fire theory, right? But it's not really necessarily I want to see the Jougan, so let me think of a cool theory to give y'all a reasoning behind the Jougan popping up. But more so, I thought of this cool idea, and the only thing that can justify it is the Jougan, right? In all depictions, in all descriptions, and explanations of Boruto's eye, we understand the translation correlates to the pure eye, the eye that's related to the pure lands, the lands of the dead, the land where souls rest, right? Now we're getting to the juiciness, right? The steak is cooking. It just passed rare. We on medium rare right now, right? It's cooking right now. It's getting juicy. So we see the Jougan has all of these different correlations and translations that, whether you look at it one way or another, it directly correlates to the pure lands, and directly translating the name of the eye to the pure eye, meaning the Jougan. Now, I've seen people say time and time again, Boruto has to die one more time, or it would be very interesting to see Boruto die one more time. And it's not such a rare thought that, you rarely see it. It's actually a common idea or a common belief within the community that Boruto possibly can die again. So not just to play devil's advocate, but really, really thinking about this, I'm like, well, Boruto saving Naruto and Sasuke is cool, but why is Boruto still fighting Kawaki at the point where we see? But not only is he still fighting Kawaki, the things with the Shinju, the things with the Ten Tails, why is Boruto's focus all of a sudden shifted towards Kawaki? Now, it could be the easy answer, Kawaki destroyed the village, he wants to destroy all shinobi. But things develop in the story that eventually lead Kawaki to that point, and things will develop in the story that will eventually drive Boruto. Right now, saving Naruto is on the back burner of his list. The whole entire point was to get Naruto, get his life back, right? But the main thing, even before all of this, was Code and the Ten Tails. Now, with Sasuke help and Boruto being the fanboy that he is, understanding, okay, I got my master by my side, I can do this. I can get my dad back and save the world. So that's going to be the plan. Losing your master, in a sense, kind of not also loses your motivation, but your inspiration. So you can understand why Boruto would have spent the last 2 years focusing strictly on getting stronger, because one, Sasuke told him to, but also making Sasuke a priority because he wants to go back to the plan. Like, we need Sasuke in order to complete this plan. So something shifts Boruto's attention to where, no, let's just focus on Naruto, right? Because at this point in time, it's big Naruto. It's always been big Naruto. He's going to be needed at one point in the story, whether it be his presence, just giving people in the land hope, or whether it be something peculiar in relation to Jiraiya and him targeting Naruto. He's going to be needed in the story at some point. So that would be why Boruto's focus shifts towards Kawaki, and that could also be part of the reason why Kawaki has now prioritized, even though we already know, according to him, he is prioritized Boruto and his situation. Right now, Kawaki wants to kill Boruto, but then we see in a much drastic situation, he shifts from wanting to kill Boruto to wanting to kill Boruto, right? Boruto's eye being connected towards the Pure Lands, right? That leads me to believe a few things, like quite a few things, right? We understand the situation with Momoshiki. We understand the situation of a time limit on Boruto's body. That was part one story, right? We have to do this and this before Momoshiki takes over Boruto's body. The time limit is gone. Kawaki isn't completely aware of the situation, but once he has a full conversation with Boruto, he's gonna have to come to an understanding where Momoshiki, the time limit of Momoshiki is not the threat. Momoshiki taking over Boruto's body can still be put in a gray box into consideration. We've seen it, however, within the last half of year of Two Blue Vortex, crazy it's been that long, we have not seen any signs of Momoshiki taking over Boruto's body or Boruto struggling in that case. Now, once we see Boruto dabbling with the karma, we're going to get a better idea. Kawaki is going to have to, understand, right? He's not no longer just killing Boruto for the sake of killing Momoshiki. No, he wants to literally kill Boruto, or in this case, understanding, all right, since I can't kill Boruto, however it ties directly to the Jougan, I realize that I can do something that literally just leaves Boruto there for all of existence. So, right, Kawaki understands the only way to free Naruto is to get rid of Boruto. If he realizes he can't kill Boruto, the only way to get rid of Boruto would be to seal Boruto. How does he realize he can't kill Boruto? Would it be, okay, if he's not strong enough? We kind of get the idea they're going to be matching in strength. So aside from the idea of, oh, he's not strong enough to kill Boruto, it's literally he cannot kill Boruto because of the effects of his Jougan. Maybe the Jougan Eye allows Boruto to reside in the Pure Lands. Maybe the Jougan Eye has some type of thing around Boruto where fully manifested, fully awakened, fully realized, it has a task for Boruto that, is not going to allow Boruto to enter into the Pure Lands until he completes said task. Or maybe the eye allows Boruto to connect with certain souls within the Pure Lands. That's like, you know what? Get your ass back out there. You're not ready to come. Like, he sees Minato, like, boy, if you don't get the fuck back out there, nigga, to master my jutsu, you're not gonna die like me. Live your life. You know what I'm saying? So something along those lines where Kawaki realizes it's no way to kill Boruto. I can't kill Boruto. I can stabby stab, blasty blast, but Boruto somehow is just gonna be right there. And that's gonna be the best way to introduce his eye. Whether it be Boruto having to die, be revived by his eye, but his eye being the reason why he cannot die. So I don't know how, how I thought of this, but it directly correlates to Pure Lands. A lot of people normally would think, okay, his eye related to the Pure Lands, he's going to die, his eye's going to awaken, and he's going to realize his full power as in that lands. But I'm thinking, well, what if his eye doesn't let him die? His eye doesn't let him fully enter the Pure Lands. It allows him to interact with the Pure Lands, but he cannot literally become one with the Pure Lands. A lot of people connect Boruto with Kishimoto's previous writing in Samurai 8. I don't know a lot about Samurai 8, but I heard enough about Samurai 8 and its overarching theme and its connection to Boruto since Kishimoto's return to the story to understand that the Hachimaru, the main character in Samurai 8, ascended toward some type of sort by the end of his story, right? If I'm wrong, correct me, right? But to my belief is that Hachimaru ascended. He became a being. He attained power that allowed him to ascend. He couldn't no longer stay on Earth. So in Boruto's case, right, where people obviously understand he might not be able to die, in this particular case where he cannot die, Boruto is Otsutsuki. He's going to outlive everyone amongst him. His end story would be not to literally sacrifice his life, but to sacrifice his life, figuratively speaking, and the loved ones around him, that relationship that he has with them, in order to transcend, in order to go somewhere, in order to, have the power that he attains. Maybe the eye, maybe his Jougan eye, it triggers something to where Boruto, because of him having this eye, because of the eye being fully realized, fully awakened, he can't stay on Earth, right? So somewhere along those lines, but it does something where Boruto just can't die, tying it right back to the Kawaki situation, because leading me to think, what other reason would Kawaki go from wanting to kill Boruto to seal Boruto? And whether it be, because Momoshiki is no longer the issue, Kawaki could have, headcanon that idea. He could have low-key got a gist of the idea, like, okay, maybe we could still figure out something else, but Kawaki made his stance and he already understands he can't go back. So what switches him from killing Boruto to sealing Boruto other than realizing he cannot kill Boruto? So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your ideas, how y'all think this will actually end up being the case, whether it be Boruto can't die because of some correlation with the Pure Eye, with this relations towards the Pure Lands, or do y'all think it's kind of a little bit of a grab? Somewhere along those lines, though, we have to understand my guy Kawaki is going to undergo some drastic changes. So what forces him to wanting to seal Boruto versus wanting to kill Boruto, right? If he wants to settle the situation so badly, what do you think Kawaki would be adamant on ending Boruto's life as he has been over these last few years? But let me know. It's your boy Black Chia. Holla at your boy. I'ma holla at y'all. Black Chia out. Yes, sir. Ski.
Hey, can we take a trip to the sky? Show them that our limit's too high. Cocoa butter hips on the west side. She said